Hello everybody, my name is Pravus, and welcome to Rimworld! Yes, the latest and greatest expansion, Ideology, has released as of only a couple of days ago, and most of the mods I'm looking for have also updated, so of course that means we need to start up a new Rimworld series to explore the new content. On top of that though, I'm going to be changing up our playstyle for this particular playthrough. We will not be hunkering down in a technologically advanced and super fortified base. Instead, we are going to embrace the Nomad lifestyle. That is to say, my entire colony is going to be packing up as a caravan and moving around from place to place every single video, and hopefully raiding some villagers along the way. Here's the current mods list that I'm using. It's fairly sparse right now because a lot of mods are currently missing. I am relying heavily on Vanilla Expanded since they have kind of one of the largest library of mods, and they updated fairly quickly. There are others I'm hoping that we will be able to add on to this as time goes on and as 1.3 is around for a bit longer. A camping mod in particular would be great, but in the meantime, this should be enough to get started, so let's go ahead and do that. Now, for a Nomad playstyle, normally you want to play with a lost tribe. Reason being, tribalists actually have better foraging skill as they travel around on the overworld. They find more and scavenge more food so they can last a bit longer. But I'm not going to be going for that because I don't want to control 5 people, and we're not going to be doing much research in this particular game, so starting off in the Stone Age doesn't appeal to me. We're going to go for the classic crash-landed scenario with only 3 people at a reasonable-ish at a reasonable technological level. Now, as far as our storyteller, I'm going to play with Freya Fierce. This is a modded in Vikings faction from Vanilla Expanded. I don't know that Freya is going to make much of a difference in this campaign because we're not going to be staying in one place long enough for a lot of events to really matter that much, but just for theme, if nothing else, I think Freya would be fun. We'll play at not quite the highest difficulty, but one below that, and because this is a YouTube modded series, I have to use reload anytime mode. You never know when the game is going to mysteriously crash and you lose everything, and I don't feel like crying today. Let's go ahead and toss in some extra factions. You can only really have 11 before you start running into some issues. I'll toss in some cannibal pirates, because that sounds kind of fun, and maybe an extra civil outlander union or something, so we have people we can trade with. That could be kind of fun. Down over here, I think, are some Viking clans, which is going to be excellent for me. Let's increase the rainfall and the temperature of this world. Seed is going to be Reaver, increase amount generating, and let's find out what our Rimworld is going to look like. Now, I think I'm just going to pick a kind of random-ish location. I'd really rather not start in a desert or a tundra. That'd be pretty hard to overcome. I'd love to be close to a road, and I'd love to be close to some other factions that we can visit either for trade or for raiding. That would be fantastic. Tropical rainforest to start over here, huh? Yeah, but there's not a whole lot nearby. Let's try for something a bit better. That's too close to some fierce tribes, and we'll just have some penalties. This is kind of okay, actually. Temperate forest, close to a couple of cities, because I do have the Rim Cities mod installed, and it is on a road. I think this will end up doing fine. There's plenty of stuff for us to interact with, and therefore a lot of fun content. So yes, I think we'll play here in the Temperate Forest. Now we get to try playing with our Ideologian. Ideologian? However you want to call it. This is basically your creed, or your code, or your philosophy, or your religion, whatever you want it to be. There are a bunch of presets that are randomly generated over here. Historic Archism, Great Justice, New Technologism, whatever it's going to be. All this is kind of cool, but I'm going to be creating my own custom one, of course. Now, I did play with this and have an idea for what I'd like to play with today. Unfortunately, you can't save a preset of your ideology. That's actually something Tynan has said he wants to add into the game relatively soon. But for right now, I just have to recreate it all from scratch, unfortunately. This is not a religion I'm coming up with or something spiritual, but rather a code, a creed, some sort of way of life. So I'm going to go for ideological. Now we get to choose some memes, the foundational ideas of this ideologian. We're not going to be picking any of these really high-impact ones, though some of them are quite fun. Prefer to live in darkness, blind sight, we're cannibals, you know, we worship pain, or we're nudists. These are all fun, but not what I have in mind. What I really want to go for is Raider and Supremacist. I'm going to be creating a new code that is mostly based around the principles, the hyper-realism of might makes right, which is to say, whoever is the strongest can impose their will upon others gets to decide what is right or wrong. As a result, whoever is supreme, whoever is the strongest, gets to take from the weak and dictate terms to them. So we are going to be a society very much based around this idea. We'll also toss in transhumanists in there because I think that could be kind of fun. The idea of this being, it's not about human purity so much as being strong. If that means losing some body parts to embrace superior technology like bionic, limbs and so on, fine, that's completely fine. Anything that makes us stronger is desirable. But everything else, I think I'm going to leave alone. I thought about going for individualists or human primacy. Those could be cool, but I think this is all we're going to be going for. It's already a strong impact ideology. All right, now as far as what we're going to call this, it's going to be the Creed of the Wanderer. The idea being that the Wanderer is kind of this foundation myth character who preaches the value of strength and victory. History is written by the victors. That's how it's going to be. And everyone else are known as Wanderers. Now, these different memes here actually will determine some of the precepts of your religion. For example, we are starting off with raiding is a very respected thing to do. In fact, if we aren't, people get a little unhappy, so we have to be raiding. Also, slavery is a perfectly honorable thing to do. People are happy when they find out that we have some slaves. We like this. In fact, selling some slaves and stuff could be great too, so we are looking to enslave people. Beyond that, though, we are completely fine with modifying the body and making ourselves stronger in some way. Other things here, kind of might makes right. There is not really any particular morality. We do not care at all about corpses. There is no real rules as far as people wearing particular clothes. Cannibalism is disapproved. There is a survival bias there, but beyond that, kind of meh. Diversity of thought? Nah, we're bigoted against anybody who doesn't accept my particular ideas. Execution? Nah, don't care. As long as they deserved it and the strongest person says they deserved it and can prove it with the force of their arm, great. And if the person can't defend themselves, well, they probably deserve to die. Beyond that, let's see. We'll have free and approved love. That is to say that we are completely fine. The act of love is a noble thing no matter who does it with whom. We don't even care. And you know what? You can have as many spouses as you want. As long as everyone agrees and you can protect them, no one cares at all. As far as marriage names, you would keep your own. Beyond that, now we get to look at some roles and rituals and name some things and decide what we're going to be looking like. So give me a second to update all of this. Okay, I think I've got this all set with the Creed of the Wanderer. So our leader is going to be the Prime Victor. We are led by the Tech Priest as our moral guide. Our melee specialists are the Smashmongers, and the shooting specialists are the Bullet Slingers. For funerals, we have the Final Requiem. For the symbol burning, we have a Purge of Heresy. Our social festival is the Time of Boasts. Our dance party is the Great Shakening, and gladiator duels are something we have to add. I call this a bloodletting, where we have our prisoners or slaves fight amongst each other for our amusement. That could be really cool. We do have an effigy of the Wanderer, where we can burn the symbols of heresy. We have the Altar of Victors. For our relics, the Bringer of Head Holes for a charged sniper rifle. An icon of the Wanderer is a special pendant you can get, and also the Sword of Many Ouches for our relic. As far as venerating animals, we do venerate the Fenrir. We don't worship it. It's not holy per se, but it is highly respected, an apex predator. The likes of which gets to properly impose its will upon the rest of nature. It's a good symbol for who we are and what we believe in. Now we get to decide who is going to be a part of our initial colony, and this is where I do have the character editor UI, so I get to specify some particular characters, and I do have some people in mind. And these are the characters I have decided upon. Now, this is based off of some of my higher tier patrons, as well as the staff on the Discord server, because I want to give them a chance to join in on this. And I did randomly to select Cannon Fodder, Tigera, and Habsburg. Welcome aboard. Some of these guys are familiar faces, actually, from the last series. Anyway, for Cannon Fodder, let's take a look at you as our starting character. As a child, you were a young pirate, but as you grew up, you eventually took those skills and moved to the military, where you disgraced yourself and fled in shame. You're pretty good at combat and a big enthusiast at shooting. You also are pretty good with animals, not really preferring people given your, stage of humiliation. Strong with your hands, and you're fairly social all in all, but overall, not a lot of other really huge redeeming skills. Mostly good at combat and taking care of some animals. You're desensitized by death based on the experiences you went through, and you want to wander around, which is good for foraging, actually. This could end up saving me in the future, I'm not sure. You have a war wound. You had your left eye replaced with a bionic eye. Actually could work out nicely for me. Tigera, on the other hand, worked in a brothel as a child, brought aphrodisiacs and chemicals to the girls' rooms, left that life, and instead became a surgeon in the criminal underworld, where you had to escape from a mob after really screwing something up. Very good at medical skills, learned some combat because, you know, the underworld is a dangerous lifestyle. Fairly decent cook, not great at a lot of other stuff though. A little bit of affinity for animals, fairly smart and intellectual, but mostly a very good doctor. Fantastic memory and an iron stomach based on, you know, a lot of the horrible stuff you've seen in the past. Really nothing makes you want to vomit. And you have a very good mood. It actually kind of puts a lot of people off, but that's okay. An aesthetic nose does make you a bit more beautiful, and that's probably something you learned from the girls in your childhood. Beauty is important. I don't know. Habsburg. I just love the look of Habsburg, by the way, I gotta say. Looks fan-flippin-tastic. Survived disasters as a child. Eventually moved on to become a land worker, simply working the family lands in agricultural and mineral fields. Never really took to machines himself. Not exactly the most intellectual of persons, but he is big and bulky and he loves to smash things, whether that be other people, or smashing planks together, or maybe rocks. I don't know, all that's fine. Also, he has some experience with plants, which could be very useful for us. Not good at pretty much anything else, though, in particular. Has a bionic leg for reasons that he won't disclose. Thick-skinned, which could be nice. Ascetic, doesn't really care about physical comforts, a simple lifestyle. And he is a brave man. Very brave man indeed. All right, are we ready to start? I think we're ready to start. Here we go. Okay, you guys are familiar with the standard crash landing. Here they come, and ba-boom. All right, so we don't have a whole lot of gear. I actually forewent a lot of starting materials in favor of a couple of muffalo, because we're going to wish that we had some really good pack animals in the future. There is some silver to work with, some components. We do have a plasteel knife, some medicine, a flak vest and stuff. All that could be nice, but beyond that, yeah, that's pretty much all that we've got to start ourselves off. So right now the map's a little on the dark side. We're gonna need to figure something else out. What is being selected over here? What is all of this? Oh, hello, these are animals, cougars and stuff. Fantastic. There are predators to worry about. Love that. So we're not going to be staying here for terribly long, but there are a few things that we would like to go ahead and get set up. I wouldn't mind extracting some materials, some steel, some food. Certainly get some extra meals set up and ready to go. And if we can find, let's say, an ancient danger or something, that's not a half bad idea for us as well. Maybe pop one of those open, see if we can get some early game loot or something like that. I don't know. Though at the moment, I don't really see a whole lot going for us on this particular map. Okay, tomb raiding is going to be a very lucrative and important aspect of our playthrough, because we're going to want to be scavenging gear wherever we can find it. So we have to be doing some of that. Let's see. Now, as far as our jobs and stuff, we do want to do some manual priorities. Of course, firefighting is always a top priority. So is being a patient. Tigera primarily is going to be a doctor. Bed rest is very important for all of you. And then I don't really care too much about the rest of some of these things. Now, as far as some particular skills, Tigera, let's see. I think Cannon actually is going to be my primary animal handler to try and train up these muffalo and make sure that they are good pack animals, keep them under control. Some hunting skill is going to be nice, not super important. Tigera, you will also be primarily a cook. That will be very important for you as well. Beyond that, let's see. Habsburg is primarily going to be constructing and maybe plant cutting, then mining and then growing things. Crafting skills, relatively low priorities. Hauling, kind of important. Fishing is something I've added in with Vanilla Expanded, but everything else I think for now seems kind of okay. I guess the first thing we should probably go ahead and do for right now is simply get a roof over our heads, at least until we are ready to move on somewhere else. So we'll set up some quick walls. Yes, I know we don't really have much in the way of wood, but we should be able to gather some of that up pretty soon, I would imagine. Let's set up just a sort of general stockpile zone in here for now, and then we will also probably set up some more walls and stuff over here. And this will be where we actually end up staying for a little bit. Just kind of someplace to put our heads down while we kind of get our sense of where we're going and what we are trying to do. So everyone go ahead and start dropping stuff off. Y'all know what you need to do. We do need a recreation activity. We apparently need a pen because our tame animals are currently roaming. This is new in the expansion and not something I really know how to do. So let me check. Is there something we can do for pens? Fences? Yeah, fences and fence gates. Fascinating. All right. Well, tell you what, we'll place a gate right here, and then we will fence you guys off kind of like this. So the Muffalo just hang out over here. Sound good? Of course, I'm a little bit worried, actually, they're not having any food. Wait a minute, these guys need to be able to scavenge. Oh, wait, no, that's not gonna work. Hang on. Ah, here we go. Okay, a pen marker. Place this inside of an enclosed area, and that officially makes it a pen. Got it. That seems kind of important. I'm going to have Habsburg actually prioritize working on that as quick as possible. Now Tigera should go around here and start gathering up animals. Actually, wait, looks like Cannon's doing it for me. Oh, look at this, got a little lead, too. Oh, that's so cute. Also, apparently, we can hop over the pens. Animals can't, but we can. Oh, I like that. That's kind of helpful, actually. Fantastic. Grab him, Tigera. Look at him going. What's our Muffalo going to be named? We have Gidget and Dawn. Oh, it's cute. I like it. Okay, not a whole lot accomplished on our first day, aside from getting a couple of shacks basically set up. Everyone's taking a nap, and our animals should be safe. I don't like that there's a cougar over here, but all right, I suppose. Everything is so stinking dark for some reason. We do want to hunt all of these deer. I want to get a load of meat to make some simple meals. Simple meals should last for... Hello, Anima Tree, what do you know? Simple meals should last for about 3 days traveling over world, at which point we're probably going to have to stop and try to explore somewhere else. So we might have enough food to at least survive for while we are here, and then have a few more meals available for the journey. And then we will travel some more. Good lord, this fog came in kind of out of nowhere, didn't it? What is all this stuff I'm finding out here? Ancient mega cannon barrels, security turrets and stuff? Fascinating. Are these still usable? No, they've all been looted and smashed, so we can't actually do anything with it, but... Is this actually from the old Rim Cities mod? It might be. There's like random little things sort of hanging out over here. Well, I'm sure we could claim and deconstruct a whole load of it for some extra steel. That sounds fun. In the meantime, we should do the same thing with some of these ship chunks, if possible. Jade, aha. Now, this is something I would not mind having some of. We would love to get some jade together. Not only as a valuable thing that we can sell in a town, but also because we could craft some jade statues, which are an easy thing for us to carry around and make people really happy, have a high mood in their barracks whenever we go to a new area. All right, looks like we've had a couple of successful hunts. Fan-flippin-tastic. Okay, Cannon, how are you doing right now? Not feeling particularly great. First off, Tigera has, like, said no to you twice already. Wow, that did not take a whole lot of time, did it? You're pretty happy as far as the low expectations. That's not going to last for very long. Some initial optimism, but most things are pretty bad. One of the real challenges, I think, of a Nomad run is people are going to be unhappy quite often. So that's going to become a problem very, very quickly. The sooner we can get some nicer beds and stuff together, maybe using leathers and such, probably the better. I think we'll end up making some bedrolls, because obviously that's going to be the best for us right now. And we are already being raided? Good lord. I honestly thought we were going to be given, like, any time at all, but it appears no. Shot and Lenka have decided they are going to come and attack me and probably try to eat me. Fantastic. Okay, well, I'll let you guys get a little bit more sleep in, but pretty soon we should probably wake you up and say, let's go fight some pirates. All right, we're under attack. So, Cannon, you go ahead and shoot him, and there goes Lenka. Well, that was pretty easy. Okay, where's the next one? Can you please shoot Shot while the other two go ahead and run forward? Habsburg, you're primarily there to tank. Cannon, see if you can get a few more shots off on Shot. Looks like the answer is yes. Punch him. All right, Habsburg has dealt the final blow. How you doing there? You got a cut scar from the hatchet. Oh, great. Your eye actually got hit by a hatchet, and now you've got a permanent scar on your eye. Well, it's unfortunate, but alrighty, fine. Extract skull? Oh, that's gonna be just awesome, ain't it? Oh, fantastic. We also got attacked by a little mad squirrel, and now Tigera is bleeding out. Oh, it really doesn't take a whole lot, does it? I don't remember. Do I actually have the self-tend mod? Because if not, I'm gonna end up needing it. Can I make this into a medical facility? Yes. Can you please go and rest? I don't suppose you can treat. Pick up medicine. Nope. No, you cannot. Okay. Who else can do any doctoring at all? Cannon can do a tiny bit. So, Cannon, your priority right now is to tend to Tigera and staunch the bleeding from the mad squirrel. And apparently, my Muffalo is already pregnant. Well, gee, that did not take a lot of time, did it? Fantastic. Cool. I'm going to give everyone a slightly higher hauling priority because it seems like no one's doing anything. Cannon is on the verge of breaking, and everyone else is sleeping off their wounds from a raid and a squirrel attack. Yeah, not the best start that I've ever had in my life. Good lord. Well, the good news is, at least now I have a table, so no more eating without a table mood debuff, and we at least have some tiny sleeping rolls using some of the plain leather I extracted from the deer. So that's worth something. Baby Muffalos are good in the sense of more pack animals, bad in the sense that baby animals are going to slow down my potential caravan by, well, a lot, and that's just not good. And that's it. Okay, yep, Cannon Fodder is now in a daze. He's wandering around in a psychotic state. Oh, good lord. Cannon, you're gonna be a problem, aren't you? You keep getting rebuffed. Gosh, if you just take no as a no the first time around, maybe everything would be alright, but no. You had to complicate things, and now everything's awkward. Thanks for that, Cannon. Habsburg believes that we should call our faction something. What should it be? How about, the Truestrength Pact, because everyone agrees strength is ultimately what matters and everything else, meh. And as far as like a settlement name, it's irrelevant because I plan on abandoning this very soon. And we just tamed a yak too. Hey, I tamed a yak. Go ahead and drag him into the pen whether he likes it or not. I like this idea. We have pack yaks. Oh, a second yak already. Wow, Cannon's like on it. 2 yaks and 2 muffalos. Plenty of beasts of burden. I'm going to craft a couple of hoods up for 2 characters. Habsburg already has a baseball cap, which is great, but now Cannon Fodder and Tigera have at least something that they can wear to keep themselves a little bit drier going forward. And now Cannon's going to try to tame yet another yak, and he did. Good lord, look at Cannon go. 3 yaks in no time flat. Amazing. Now, just because I'm not going to be doing a lot of research since we're not staying in one place for too long doesn't mean that I wouldn't benefit from some. Like pemmican, for example, would be fantastic. This is very good for traveling. I believe that tribals usually start with this tech, so that could be nice. Alternatively, of course, there's also the packaged survival meals. They pretty much never go bad. So that could also be a good option for me. So I am building up a research bench. We will see if maybe we can do a little bit of research here. Let's try learning how to make the packaged survival meals. I think this would be fine for us. Now, the rule of this series is going to be by the end of every video, we have to be packing up and leaving somewhere else. That does not mean that I don't get to spend any time on any particular maps. I get to spend a little time working on some stuff like research, things we can take with us, tame some animals, hunt some animals, whatever it's going to be, I don't really care. But we can't stay. We always have to leave at the end of every single video. I acknowledge that's going to be a little bit arbitrary simply because, with the power of jump cuts being what they are, you know, one video could take me 2 hours, so gameplay, it could take me 20 minutes. Really depends. But I think it's safe to say that it's not even going to be a full season. It's going to be at most a few in-game weeks before we always pack up and move on. Oh, let me guess, Cannon, your catharsis is worn off. Oh, great. And you're really upset that you once again are being rebuffed. You know, I'm telling you, this is an easily solvable problem. Ah, here we go. A quest is now available. Okay, a Duchess of the Shattered Empire is calling from nearby. Her guards were being killed in an ambush and Speed is being attacked by a man-hunting Yorkshire Terrier. Sure, I accept this. How about Habsburg? Habsburg is going to accept this for some goodwill. Cool. So, you've now joined in. Hi, how you doing there? Poosbosmo, and there's the Yorkshire Terrier, the absolutely terrifying little dog that's chasing after Possible. Okay, get him, Habsburg. Stab him. Oh, that definitely did the job. Well done. Let's just go ahead and finish it off, and it's done. There we go. All right, the terrifying dog is dead. Are you grateful? The shuttle from the Shattered Empire has arrived. Poosbosmo is going to get in, and you can launch and go away. Hooray! And Habsburg actually is going to become a yeoman now. All right, so this would give Habsburg the ability to use a Psylink. And the reason I gave it to Habsburg is as my melee character, if we get some stun or something like that, that could be actually very useful to this character. So now we have to have a Yeoman Ceremony. Cool. So the bestower will arrive in just a little bit to have a ceremony and make Habsburg a noble. I don't think anyone expected Habsburg to gain this title first, but he totally did. Oh, looks like they may have arrived. Okay, well, you seem fun. Begin the bestowing ceremony or something. All right, so we have some spectators that are going to be joining in, some terrifying robes here. Quality factors are pretty low. I'm expecting this to be a very unimpressive bestowing ceremony, but by all means, negatively impact my colony. Really? Oh. Well, tell you what, why don't you go around cleaning up a little bit after yourself, and we can make this place look a bit more presentable and then try it. Okay, slightly better, because I placed down some wooden floors. It's not likely to be very good, but the bestowing ceremony has now begun. Alrighty, so mystical Psylink powers, blah, blah, blah. Cannon fodder has arrived, Tigera has arrived, everyone is witnessing Habsburg going, oh, and gaining some sort of new technology or something. I don't know, he's psychic. Boom. And he has gained the title of Yeoman. Honorable bestowing ceremony is done. Fantastic. So what did you get, Habsburg? The word of trust. Speak to the prisoner while using psychic suggestion to reduce his resistance to recruitment. Oh, so it reduces his resistance, but it doesn't outright recruit him, which actually still kind of works for Habsburg. Cannon is the social butterfly, weirdly enough, of this particular group, so he's the one who'd be doing the recruiting. Habsburg can just sap his will. Interesting, I like it. Gidget has given birth. Gidget is immediately pregnant again. Oh my gosh, these Muffalo are procreating really rapidly. New lovers. Oh, wow. Wait a minute, hang on. Cannon fodder succeeded? You've got to be kidding me. He got rebuffed another 3 times, and all of a sudden Tigera's like, you know what, okay. Well, that's great, because it actually solved some of my initial problems. It's a little unfortunate, because I don't think you can have a double bedroll that actually works in travel. Pretty sure that's correct. Let's see, bedroll. There is such a thing as a double bedroll, actually. What do you know? Oh, okay. Well, cool. Let's actually scrap a couple of these, and we will make a double bedroll. These must be new things. I'm seeing like some hunting work sites nearby. I'm finding out about a logging work site nearby. And it gives me some sense of what they've got. A couple of people and some things they've managed to gather up so far. Interesting. So these are places that I could go and raid, yes? Go and raid these people. Probably upset a lot of others, but maybe get some good stuff. I mean, what faction are you guys really a part of, though, right? Treaty of Fani. Is that these guys? It's kind of hard to tell. Faction Doya. These actually might have nothing to do with any existing faction, and they're all independent, and if that's the case, maybe we can attack these guys with effectively no consequences. I think I just detected something else over here. A silver mining work site. Oh, that's kind of tempting. View quests, huh? You loot everything from the camp. Since it's a small independent group, you can attack them without broader consequences. Also, there is an eclipse. Well, I take that as a sign from, well, myself. We should probably go ahead and pack up and get ready to go ahead and raid some people with minimal consequences. This is an opportunity to do a bit of raiding. It should make people happy as well. I'll let them finish up their current sleep, but then we're going to pack everything up. Psychic drone. Great. Tigera's going to be having a bad day. Let's see. What can we take with us? Well, we can take a pen marker, which sounds good. I'll bring along my stove if possible. Bedrolls, absolutely. We'll bring along the table and some stools. Research bench, game table, and all that stuff all seems quite good. Okay, so let's go up to the world map then. And over here, we want to form a caravan. Let's say going over here. Yes? Okay, so it's only going to take about a day or so to arrive. What do we want to take with us? Well, the answer is everything, actually. I mean, I'd be tempted to leave behind a couple of the calves, because the calves so far seem like they could be a little bit of a liability, but nonetheless, we'll try. Definitely bringing along pretty much anything that we have harvested up to this point. I'd love to take along my steel, but that is unfortunately going to be too heavy. Oh my god, what just happened? Okay. Tigera apparently is really upset because, well, there is a heat stroke going on and is causing some serious pain and so on. And in revenge, has apparently decided to go and slaughter things. Namely, a couple of my yaks. She's literally murdering my yaks. Oh my god, Tigera, what are you doing? Please snap out of it soon. You're scaring me a little bit. And she's passed out. Okay. Okay, everyone's leaving. We're on our way. Whew. Didn't expect things to quite go that way, but there we go. All right, so we've left that map, and we are officially going to abandon that colony. We can never return to this particular site. That's fine, though. I really wasn't expecting for anything else. Apparently, we have too much mass because, well, a couple of our yaks are dead. So, yeah, that would be a problem. Okay, we have arrived at the site. Let's jump to this location and zoom on in. So what do we find? What the heck? Steel gibbet cages? What are these people doing inside of gibbet cages? What horrible place is this? Oh, now they're attacking me. Okay, now I think they've sort of figured out what's going on. Cool. Habsburg, go ahead and start running forward. You got a shield belt, so you can probably just run in here and whack them the old-fashioned way, and that's probably going to be fine. I'm sure you won't get shot or anything. That's why shield belts were invented, and boom. All right. They only had 2 people, I think. Simmons, what's up with you? You have a drill arm? Well, hello. I would like to take that. Oh, I didn't even notice there was a turret hiding behind this tree. Well, good thing Habsburg has a shield. Should be able to protect ourselves long enough to take this thing out. No problem. Ooh, definitely run away before you get hurt, though. Holy crud. That was close. Area is now safe. Oh, good. Okay. You know, now we can leave. So apparently these gibbet cages are just full of dead people, which is horrifying. I am pretty sure that this place was a home for cannibals at one time or another. Yikes. All right. Tigera, if you kill the patient, I don't really care. Honestly, we should probably just kill Simmons and execute her outright and take the left arm, but you know, if we have to do it this way, that's fine. But I'm definitely taking that freaking drill arm. Heat stroke? Nah, thank you. No, thank you very much. All right, let's go ahead and form up another caravan. And the question becomes, where are we going to go? Dunno. We could start working our way over here. We could start working our way to talk to some folks, maybe sell some junk. There we go, and the caravan has been reformed. We actually can only offer gifts to these folks, which isn't quite what I want to do. Not able to trade with them yet. These guys up here, sure, we could trade with them, but they're a little ways off. We may actually want to start heading toward... I can't head to the city. That's held by the Shattered Empire faction, and they may not be so keen on talking to me. What we actually may want to do then is just go find a location and just temporarily settle down and see if we can find some ancient dangers or something, look for some treasure. But I think for the moment, this is going to be a good place for us to end this video. We're on the road, looking for adventure and riches and maybe some more poor, pathetic souls we can exploit. Thank you all for watching. I hope you're looking forward to this series. If so, then of course I would ask you hit that like button, leave a comment, subscribe, make sure you hit that notify bell, and I will see you guys next time.